go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Welcome to the East Tennessee Sports Report. Hi, I'm your host, Ralph Miranda. This week, we're at Gondolier Restaurant in Sevierville, Tennessee, and I'm telling you, Gondolier is the place to come. Great Italian food, great food overall, easy to get to, easy to spot. I'll tell you, the Gondolier is a happening place here in Sevierville. I also want to thank our regular sponsors. I want to make sure I thank Crescent Center Drugs of Morristown. I want to thank Morristown Ford in Morristown. We were there a couple weeks ago. I want to thank Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice, 7 locations across East Tennessee, Gateway Ford in Greenville, and of course Mullins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Elizabethton. I'm here with our usual panel. I've got El Presidente on my right, far right, Roddy Woods sitting in for Scott Gallion. We got the judge, Chris Blevins, and of course to my left, the philosopher, Chris Reddick. All right, guys, another great week of high school football. Let's talk about some of the games we had this week. We had Alcoa. I'm sorry, some of the games we had last week. I apologize. Give me your opinions. We're getting close to playoff football here. So give me your opinions on some of the games last week. I'll start with you, philosopher, and who's kind of starting to separate from the pack as we get closer to the playoffs.
Oh, it's pretty obvious who's starting to separate from the pack. According to your high school sports top 10, we have Maryville. Deserve to be number one. The team's right after them. They couldn't beat them, so they're well deserved. Team I'm really shocked at though is Morristown West. I'm going to be honest. I thought it was a fluke the first game when they kept it tough with Fulton, but this team is very impressive. So that's one of my surprise teams that's separating themselves, and I'm excited to see that matchup in a couple of weeks against Sevierville County.
Yes.
Right. How about you, Judge?
I think I'm going back to Morristown East since my hometown. At least they made the playoffs, right? So they got in the playoffs, so I'll take that. But we've never won in the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Too.
Don't talk about playoffs.
I'm just saying they're going to get in. So, but at the same time, separating from the pack, you still have your Maryvilles, your Alcoas. You look at our top 10 you guys put out this week again. You obviously can tell who's out there. I think you definitely got some strong teams. I still think Maryville, until they lose, they're the best team. It's just kind of obvious. But I think Alcoa's close. But I definitely thought it was cool to see Morristown East get a win this past week and kind of get in there. So.
Deserving win.
Sure.
I'd say go Cyclones. We've talked to Sean a lot this year, and I see a team that has one loss, that has pretty much found their niche. They had Ethan Thomas last year, and they kind of relied on Ethan. But now the Turner brothers have kind of opened things up, and Elizabethans is clicking on both ends. They can run, they can throw, they got pretty good defense, they're big up front. That's probably my surprise team right now coming into this season as deep as we are, 8 games, not knowing, like Sean said, not knowing what kind of identity his team was going to have. Yeah. So I'm saying my pick would be Elizabeth.
Sure. Well, if you look at Morristown West, they're 5A, right? So they're going to have to go through Knox West, the defending champions. Yes. Is that a potential game we might be looking at somewhere in the playoffs? Third round, maybe?
I think so. But then when you watch Morristown West play, though, I was at the game against East, and I just know it was a blowout. But just seeing them play out there and seeing some of the weapons they have, especially at the defense, we actually talked to some of them a couple weeks ago at Morristown Ford. But just the defense, I was impressed with the defense. And guess what? Defense will win you a lot of games. So I think that'll take them a little bit farther than people think as well. So
you were right about that, Judge.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to go over these games real quick. I just want you to give me the one that kind of stands out the most to you. We got Alcoa Kingston, Dobbins Bennett Bearden, Greenville Cherokee, Chucky Doak Pigeon Forge coming up. Presidente?
Chucky Doak Pigeon Forge, because this is a game a couple years ago that Coach Meadows thought they had won and let Chucky Doak get back and beat them. And I think that's the game I would look forward, for something to happen, because with him coming out of the hospital, we'll talk more about that later, but I would say Pigeon Forge Chucky Doe.
And I think DB and Bearden's probably the game this week. They're both 4-7. DB coming off a big loss to Bradley Central last week. I think DB can get the win this week. Bearden had a lot of good competition, but I think DB, and that could be an awesome game to go watch.
You know what? I smell a trap game with Greenville and Cherokee. Cherokee started off 4-0, then dropped a couple of games there. Greenville has the one loss against the Morristown West. Had a big victory over South this past week. Probably I'm going to crown that as the championship game. So I smell a trap. They need to be careful. Cherokee, one of those kind of uncertain teams, but I still going to take Greenville.
All right, stay with us. When we come back, we'll have more on the East Tennessee Sports Report this week from the Gondolier Restaurant in Sevierville. We'll be right back.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Trusted for over 32 years, our agency has won numerous awards and has served thousands of Tennessee residents. Tammy Francis knows that home health care isn't something you should leave to chance. It is vital that your home health care provider be a reliable and trusted member of the community they serve. That's why Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice invests in education and training for their staff. Many have obtained advanced degrees in health care. Just another reason to be sure to request our services when your physician recommends home care. We set the standard in the home care industry.
I never thought I'd get into the car business or work with my dad, but some things you just shouldn't pass up, like our Carefree car deal with upfront pricing below the factory invoice and our lifetime powertrain warranty. You've just got to get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greenville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
El Presidente. We need to get you a cigar is what we need.
Well, make a Presidente beer. I'll get to do one of those.
Yeah, we need to get you a cigar.
No,
That's what we need. We need to get you a gavel.
And you a Presidente.
You need a gavel. You need a cigar, and you need one of those wreaths. Those what do they call those things? Those, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right, that's going to be my goal.
Advantage of great deals like this new Ford Focus.
Or this new Ford Fiesta
Your choice.
for as low as $199 a month. And don't forget about the great deals on the new Ford Fusion for as low as $249 a month.
Right in the heart of Morristown.
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
Welcome back to the East Tennessee Sports Report. I'm your host, Ralph Miranda. This week, we're at the Gondolier Restaurant in Sevierville. Great food, great atmosphere, great people that run the Gondolier. We also want to thank Crescent Center Drugs in Morristown, Morristown Ford, Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice, Gateway Ford, and Mullins Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram, our fine, loyal sponsors that help us with the show. All right, guys, let's switch gears, talk about some other games we got coming up this week. We got Davy Crockett at Morristown East. We got Morristown West and Daniel Boone. We got Bradley Central and Hardin Valley. We got Maryville and William Blount. Philospher, I'll start with you. Give me the game that intrigues you the most out of those four.
Oh, the one that intrigues me the most. I want to see the follow-up. I'm going to kind of steal your thunder here, Judge, but I want to see the follow-up to this Morristown East win. Like we said, this one win's probably going to put them in the playoffs.
Yep.
Are they going to get the big head over this one game? Because even though Davy Crockett is not in it, you got to be careful for a team like Davy Crockett, who's ranked second in offense. Defense is, a little suspect. So I'm interested to see what Morristown West are going to do coming out of this one win. But I'm going to go East.
Judge? I think he's going to win, Chris. But my game I think it's going to be is Bradley Central, Hardin Valley. Hardin Valley and Bradley Central. I was so surprised to see Bradley Central have such a high-scoring game with DB last week and then come back in this week and have to play Hardin Valley. Hardin Valley played Jeff County, though, and struggled a little bit, won 24-14, I think. I think that'd be a good one. Toss it up there. I'm going to go Hardin Valley just because I think Bradley Central might have had a hard, tough game and probably wore out on what the injuries are for this week. But Hardin Valley and Bradley Central is probably my game I would be most intrigued.
Well, I'm going to take that same game because Hardin Valley has had some games this year. They went up to Dobbins-Bennett. They lost 24-22. They played Science Hill hard. We talked to Bart Lyons that's on the show in the Tri-Cities, and he said Hardin Valley has everything to win. They've got good running backs. They've got good quarterbacks. They've got a solid defense. So that should be a good game. But Bradley Central, you look at Bradley Central, they beat Dobbins-Bennett. They lost to Science Hill. You know, there's some intriguing scenarios in that game, but I'm gonna go with Hardin Valley. I think
Where's the
Hardin
game
Valley.
going to be?
At Hardin Valley.
It's at Hardin Valley.
Because you remember from Coach Carter, he said it's tough playing it.
Yeah, he said.
Right.
Yeah, going to Bradley Center would be different. It'd be a different scenario if they were going down there. But having them come to Hardin Valley, I think Hardin Valley, they're due a big win.
Oh, yeah.
Hardin Valley is due a big win.
All right, let me ask this question. I asked it last segment. I think maybe I didn't ask it correctly. Forget about Maryville, Alcoa, Fulton, Morristown. I mean, we know those teams are peaking. We know they're ready for the playoff. And I'll start by giving you my idea. Take a look at Heritage out in Blount County.
Yes.
All right, they're 3-4. They're in the playoffs, believe it. They're 3-0 in their
Yes.
region. A team
Yes.
that perennially never makes the playoffs.
Oh, wow.
So give me your team that maybe we didn't think they were going to be there, but they got a real chance here, and they're probably Morristown East. They're probably in the playoffs. Will they be able to do anything? That's what I'm looking at. Give me a name. Give me a team that maybe has surprised you a little bit by the fact that they're even in the hunt right
I'm
now.
going to give you one. Northview.
There you go.
Coach Meadows, don't be mad at me about that pick. And I'm not saying anything big on Northview, but that's a shocking team. We got to look at this. This team started from scratch.
Yes.
I don't think they even have a senior on the team.
They don't.
They're playing competitive ball, and the teams that you would think they'd have some trouble, they're winning convincingly.
Yes,
so
they are.
I'm going to sneak Northview into the playoffs, either 3 or 14.
I'm going to go the same way, Chris. Coach Loveday has come from a great program at Sevier County under Coach Brewer. He's got his team believing that they can win. Even Coach Meadows said he picked Northview to be in the playoffs. And what they're doing, they beat a good Cherokee team. They actually blanked Cherokee. So I'm with you, Northview.
Well, I'm going to tell you something real quick. I'm going to switch the question around. One team I thought would do better than they have not done is Sevier County to me. That's what me.
Yeah.
I thought Sevier County was going to be the team to be after coming off last season.
Yes, you're right.
They haven't had a horrible season, but that's a different question. But I just
Right.
thought that's a switch it up. I thought Sevier County would be a lot better. They're still good. I thought they were going to be the best.
You thought they were going to
So-
be lights out.
Depth and the injuries to that team,
Yeah.
and the lack
Held
of
them back.
the elements on defense that they need is kind of keeping that team away
Right.
from being the cream of the crop. like we were
Exactly.
talking about.
Okay, when we come back, speaking of Northview, when we come back, Roddy Woods is going to talk to Coach Loveday at Northview Academy right here on the East Tennessee Sports Report. We'll be right back.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
The Jeep Celebration event is going on now at Mullins Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Elizabeth. 2015 Jeep Patriot stock number 098 are only $14,900, or a 2015 Ram 1500 Crew Cab with a Hemi stock number 470 are just $27,900. Check out a 2015 Chrysler 200 Limited stock number 563 for only $18,900. You can buy at Mullins with no money down, no payments till December, 0% APR on select models, and always top dollar for your trade. Before you buy, give Mullins a try.
Welcome back. And I'm talking now to head coach of the Northview Cougars, Coach Todd Loveday. Coach, welcome to the East Tennessee Sports Report.
Hey, Roddy, thanks for having me, man.
Well, Coach, you guys are setting pretty good, and I know no one likes to talk about the playoffs, but right now you guys are setting – you've won almost 6 games, and you're going into a game with Johnson County this week. Let's talk about your season as being your first official varsity class football.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, we, these kids have taken the coaching. We literally stress one game at a time, even all the way down to one practice at a time. And they've kind of taken on that personality. I mean, we really don't talk a whole lot about who we're playing each week. We give them, obviously, we watch film and give them some scheme stuff. But as far as making a big deal about who we're playing and the record and all that stuff, we don't really get into it. We just worry about maximizing ourselves.
You know, in playing now where you're at, the region you're playing in. You're playing some pretty good football teams. You know, you've only had 2 losses all year long, and things are looking up for Northview. Talk about Johnson County and what will they bring to the table this Friday?
First thing pops up to me with Johnson County is they got pretty good speed. They got pretty good skill guys, and looks like they are a team that plays hard. They fly the football on defense, and but the first thing that pops out of me is obviously they got a few guys that can go the distance at any time. So we got to be on our P's and Q's, no doubt.
How do you match up against Johnson County speed wise?
I would say they look a little bit faster than we do. You know, from just watching the film and from other coaches I've talked to, that's what they talk about. They got some guys that can run, and they always have guys that can play hard. And we're going to have our hands full, no doubt about it, especially up there.
Yeah, and I know that is speaking of going there, that's a pretty long road trip. How will you prepare your players to take that road trip to Johnson County?
Yeah, we've had a little bit of experience. We opened up at Cloudland, which that got our attention on how long some of these trips are, and we've been to Claiborne. And well, all of our preseason scrimmages were on the road, and I did that on purpose to get our guys used to getting on a bus, get to an unfamiliar place. It goes back to really focusing on what we do. Don't matter where we play, don't matter who we're playing, don't matter what kind of uniforms we got on. We got a game to play.
What about the overall health of your football team right now at this stage of the game?
For game 8 coming up, we're very healthy. We got the normal nicks and bruises that everybody's got during this grind, but we're pretty full go outside of just a handful of sprains here and there.
Coach, give me 2 things that you have to do Friday night to beat Johnson County.
We have to control the line of scrimmage, and I mean that on both sides of the ball. And we can't give them any easy. We can't give them an easy 6. We can't miss an assignment and let one of their fast guys go to the house. We have to make them earn what they get and see if they can drive it down the field on them.
All right, Coach Todd Loveday, head coach of the Northview Cougars. His team takes on Johnson County this week. We'll be right back here on the East Tennessee Sports Report right after this. Well, Coach.
Thank you, Roddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And we'll come out and see you pretty soon, okay? All right, thanks.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Advantage of great deals like this new Ford Focus
Or this new Ford Fiesta
Your choice.
for as low as $199 a month. And don't forget about the great deals on the new Ford Fusion for as low as $249 a month.
Right in the heart of Morristown.
From 1989, Tomo has been one of the first sushi restaurants in Knoxville.
I love it. This is one of my favorite restaurants in Knoxville.
We have carried on with an age-old tradition atmosphere and menu, including the Japanese bento box.
Food is outstanding.
Tomo is open for lunch and dinner and extra late for all you late-night sushi lovers, Friday and Saturday nights.
I love the sushi. It's always really fresh.
Tomo even offers half-price sushi on Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. Tomo, neighborhood price and friendly service on West Hill Crossing Plaza.
Welcome back to the East Tennessee Sports Report. I'm your host, Ralph Moran. I'm joined by El Presidente, Roddy Woods. I'm joined by the judge, Chris Blevins, and the philosopher, Chris Reddick. All right, guys, Roddy just got done talking to Coach Loveday at Northview Academy. Northview in Johnson County, big game. Northview's 5-2. What do you think?
Well, I think after hearing Roddy talk to the coach there a few minutes, he's not worried about the team they're playing. He's not worried about the jerseys they're wearing. He's just worried about his own team, what they can do on the field, what they can learn and get better each year. And I think he's got the right approach. I think it's a big game. I think Northview comes in and upsets Johnson County a little bit, but Johnson County is also good.
Yes.
But I think Northview, and just listening to him, I think that's the mentality you got to have, and I think that's pretty impressive. So I'll take it Northview.
I'm on that bandwagon with Coach because I think he's got his team believing, as I said before, they believe they can win. They believe that they should be here.
Right.
And if they win, they beat Johnson County. The only thing it is, they got to go to Johnson County. That's another long bus ride. He said he had a few that went to Cloud in the first game, but I'm still picking Northview.
Well, I know you're picking Northview, right?
I tell you what, you just hit a key point. They got to go up the mountain.
Yes.
They do.
Johnson County. It's different up there. Northview, this could be something strange for them to experience.
Football field's still 100 yards long, though.
Still 100, yeah.
Okay. It's not on the side of a hill, is it?
Yeah, but you get a little higher.
Northview don't care about the jersey, the hills. They don't
You get
care.
a little higher elevation. Things get a little weary up there. Anyway,
You don't have any banjos playing up there now, do we?
maybe a few.
All right.
This is my philosophy. Johnson County, interesting team. I've actually was able to watch them. Good sized team. They do have weapons, like Coach mentioned when Roddy was talking to them, but they just can't get the job done. It's a little different, but they are playing at home. Northview, he's got them on a roll. He's got them believing in themselves. Shocker, Johnson County.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Last question for this segment. Just real quickly, the judge brought up Sevier County. I thought that was a great point. A little bit of, give me your opinion, Sevier County. I mean, do they beat Tennessee High this week or no? They're at Tennessee High.
It's at Tennessee High. They play in Bristol. They got to
Right.
make a road trip.
Yes.
Oh boy, the running back is back for Tennessee High. If they don't stop this kid is tough. Sevier County's in for a dogfight. They may come out with the L if they don't wake up on defense. I know they got some fillers in.
Yes.
The guy at nose guard, sophomore, young guy. This is a big game in the Castle New territory. Shocker, Tennessee High.
All right.
I'd say Sevier County, but I want to kind of, as we talked to Coach Langenfeld today, they know what they've got to do because they've got to win out.
Right.
They want that home field advantage, that first home game, the second home game. They want that. They know it starts with Tennessee High, then next week, the big game against Morristown West. I'm going to throw caution to the wind, Sevier County.
I think Sevier County real quick, but I'm always going to take a good quarterback on the road that can hold his team, keeping everybody calm. I think Sevier County.
Well, I'll say this. If you score, you might win. If they never score, you can't lose. When you get to the playoffs, you got to play defense. That's all I'm going to say. All right, stay with us. When we come back, we'll have more on the East Tennessee Sports Report this week from the Gondolier Restaurant in Sevierville.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Gotta get to Gateway.
Get Greene County's only lifetime warranty on these incredible Gateway deals. Late model Ford Rangers, Nissan Frontiers, and Tacomas starting at just $11,900. Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greenville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
Trusted for over 32 years, our agency has won numerous awards and has served thousands of Tennessee residents. Tammy Francis knows that home health care isn't something you should leave to chance. It is vital that your home health care provider be a reliable and trusted member of the community they serve. That's why Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice invests in education and training for their staff. Many have obtained advanced degrees in health care. Just another reason to be sure to request our services when your physician recommends home care. We set the standard in the home care industry.
Let's go, Devils! D-E-V-I-L-S, let's go, Devils! D-E-V-I-L-S, let's go, Devils! D-E-V-I-L-S, let's go, Devils!
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
Welcome back to the East Tennessee Sports Report. I'm your host, Ralph Miranda, joined tonight by El Presidente, Roddy Woods, by the judge, Chris Blevins, and by the philosopher, Chris Reddick. All right, guys, first thing I want to do is unveil our top 10 poll, our East Tennessee Sports Report, or yourhighschoolsports.com top 10 poll. Of course, Maryville's number 1. Alcoa's number 2. Fulton's number 3. We got Morristown West moving up to number 4 this week. Knox West moves up to number 5 after that 9-7 win over Farragut Friday night. Farragut drops to number 6. Science Hill is 7. We got Elizabethton at 8. Greenville 9, and CAK is 10th. All right, that's our top 10. I want to thank our sponsors real quick once again. Crescent Center Drugs in Morristown, Morristown Ford in Morristown, Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice. I want to thank Gateway Ford in Greenville, and of course Mullins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Elizabethton. All right, I'll start with the judge on this one. You know, he has lamented the Tennessee Volunteers for the last few weeks, but this week he gets to enjoy a victory, and he gets to enjoy it for 2 weeks because they have a bye Saturday. So go for it.
Well, I'll tell you why they won this week. I didn't go to the game this week, so they won. So I figured out the secret. But I'll tell you in all seriousness. I mean, I'll tell you why they won this game. They had big plays at the right time. They stepped up in the big moments. There was a time there in the fourth quarter where I was sitting there saying to myself, they have to tie, have to score. They went down the field, had a pass to Josh Smith across the middle, went for a touchdown, turned right around, got the ball back on a fumble, and scored again, and then stopped them. There was that drop pass by Georgia at the end. But they played poised. I mean, I know Coach Jones after the game really talked a lot about just how poised they were. They were determined to win. I think that's the same mentality they have had these past few games. Nobody just has stepped up and actually just played or won the game. That one big play, and you had that across the board this game. I know Chubb got hurt there at the very first play of the game. I'm not sure that – I mean, that impacted the game a lot. I'm sure that was kind of made them down for a second, but Georgia came right back.
Yes,
So you're still playing a high caliber number 19 in the country team, but Tennessee had all of the fight, all the drive, and they just made some big plays, which they've really not had the past 3 weeks to get them over the hump. So kind of a trap game for Georgia, I thought. But
definitely.
I definitely thought that Tennessee played well.
Well, go ahead. No.
You're the host.
No. You go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, I think two things here. You got to let Josh Dobbs play his game, okay? You go to Florida and he plays Josh Dobbs' game. He almost wins the game. Then you come back and you play Arkansas, and he totally went away from that. You're throwing the ball. You're not running Josh Dobbs. If you're going to have Dobbs as quarterback, use him.
Right.
He's a weapon on the field because he's got to be accounted for.
Right.
And Georgia couldn't account for him. Either could Florida account for him. But here's the thing. When you're playing football, you got to play offense, defense. You got to have a little bit of luck. And that was luck that guy dropped that pass from Georgia because you always know something's going to happen. But like Ralph said, you got 2 weeks to think about this, fans. But I tell you what, you go down there to Tuscaloosa and you beat Alabama, all is forgiven.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My philosophy on this game,
of course,
real quick.
Yes.
Congratulations to UT. I did root for them, and I did expect them to win.
Yeah, I
like
did
they
too.
should have. But you said Alabama in 2 weeks. For the next 2 weeks, I want to see blocking and tackling. Blocking and tackling. I saw some missed blocks and some missed tackles in this game, and that will come bite you against Alabama. Blocking and tackling.
Yeah, I agree with that. You got to get better at blocking and tackling, but hey, it's a win. Enjoy it. It's a win over a top 20 team.
It's great.
So you got to give them the credit for that. Hey, we've enjoyed bringing this show to you tonight. The East Tennessee Sports Report. Get out and watch a high school game of your choice Friday night. For El Presidente, for the judge, for the philosopher, I'm Ralph Miranda. We'll see you next time.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.